Farmers from Punjab are demanding MSP, a minimum selling price. They were earlier demanding a minimum support price, and surprisingly, the demand has evolved mid-protest. And as a part of this protest, they have put blockade to the Delhi borders, and it obviously is causing inconvenience to the citizens of NCR. This is not a new event. The same happened recently, and coincidentally, that too was around the upcoming elections to the state bordering Delhi. Then, after arm twisting the government into taking back the truly progressive farm laws, they went back to their farms. And now, as the Lok Sabha elections 2024 approach near, they seem to be back to playing the old trick. This time, the demand is the MSP. The earlier demand for the minimum support price was inherently disastrous, as it was untenable in so many ways. But what was this minimum support price? The price that is offered for a few crops that the government pays to the farmers. When the government procures crops from the farmers through their agencies like the Food Corporation of India, then they buy it from the farmers at MSP. The prices are fixed by the government and factors in the input cost, seeds, fertilizers, water, electricity, pesticides, etc., and labor costs. The prices are decided by the Commission for Agriculture Cost and Prices. This was started as an incentive system for the farmers so that they could grow the needed crops at a time when India was reeling under de facto food scarcity. The total annual agriculture produce of India is about 40 lakh crores. One of them being the fact that it would have run the nation to bankruptcy and would have left no money to be spent on any other thing like education, health, and even defense. Maybe the protesters expect our governments to be doling out sugar canes as weapons instead of guns to our valiant soldiers who put their lives on the line for our safety. The other problems with the minimum support price clearly was it was so logic defiant and unfeasible that it would have run the prices of food items to a point of unaffordability for the end consumer. Just imagine people having to buy ration and ending up with no money being left in their pockets for any other expense. The MSPs did play a positive role initially, but then the incentives became so powerful that they led to a problem like water table depletion, lack of crop diversification, and many more such problems. Then farmers seem to have realized the sheer short-sightedness of their demand and shifted it to the new MSP, which to them sounds economical. What is the new MSP? You might wonder. The minimum selling price is the price that will be minimum price regulated not by free market but by the government. This, according to them, must be the minimum price at which anyone must buy their crops, be it the government, any private player, or any individual. The farmers now want it for all crops. But if we scratch the surface just a little, the reality starts becoming apparent. If a regulation like the minimum selling price is brought about, then the consequences are simply foreseeable. It will lead to double-digit food inflation. Why? Because the cost will eventually be passed on to the end consumer, and we have the same loop all over again. One might think, what a genius demand. The farmers also claim that the Modi government is not letting them export their grains. There are two factors here. Their prices are not competent in the global market. The global prices are 15 to 20% less than the Indian prices, which essentially proves the Modi government's point of trying to make Indian agriculture more market-friendly and competitive globally. The quality of Punjab produce is constantly rejected because of the low quality of the produce, and the major point highlighted is the excessive pesticides usage which leads to this. The Swaminathan report is regularly cited and has become a beating bush. First off, it never recommended legalizing the MSP. Even if it is adhered to, the farmers are not willing to stick to the exact formula. If they were to stick to the formula, then the cost of the subsidies by the government would also be included in the calculations. The subsidy bill for Punjab alone was 2.5 lakh crore just last year. In the same year, the government under the PM Fasal Bima Yojana paid claims of 1,50,000 crores against the premium of just 30,000 crore that were collected from the farmers. That is about 1,20,000 crore from the taxpayers' pocket in just 1 year. And a little fun fact here. M.S. Swaminathan, the same man whose archaic report has become the beating bush, was against the subsidies that are so freely provided to the farmers. One of the opposition leaders speaks of inevitability of government intervention in agriculture. She supports this with the rationale that agriculture in India is imperfect and the prices are unstable. First of all, what were they doing for 70 years, and even if we excuse them for that, why are they not bringing a draft model in the states they are ruling to manage this imperfection and instability? Why are they not interfering there? The Congress seems to have lost the plot completely and is abound in a mire of self-contradictions. First, they oppose the progressive farm laws that would have truly helped the farmers by solving their problem and helping them thrive in the open market. Then, they out of sheer depression started talking about nationalizing the whole agriculture sector. Now that they realize it would not be feasible and the people are seeing through the stupidity and hypocrisy of it, they are now supporting this new kind of MSP. This is demagoguery at the best. The government has come forward to profit everyone, be the farmers, the soil, and the people of India. The Modi government has also proposed a solution by guaranteeing to buy 5 crops from the farmers at the minimum selling price. Pulses, namely arhar, tur and urad, besides cotton and maize. These are also the crops that we are currently importing, and it will incentivize the farmers while also bringing down our dependence on imports for these crops. This is what positive politics look like, where the government is trying to accommodate everyone's demand without letting anyone be hurt. However, the farmers have rejected this win-for-all formula and are marching towards the capital. What is being called as a farmers' protest is nothing now but pure politics. In fact, it is the farmers who are being taken for a ride by the opposition parties who do not have their best interest in mind and are only looking to make political capital by creating this fiasco.